They're ready to tear you apart, and you're going right along with it. You are angry black man who hates women. You are angry black woman who hates men, and both of you are socially engineered products of groups of people.
Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. All right, man. Philosophical Friday. Here we go. I want to talk about the condition of the anger that black men feel. First of all, I'm not here to judge. You know, stuff is messed up. I would be dishonest if I said that we don't have a right to be angry. What I want to do though is talk about how we express that anger. That's what I don't like. What I see is not a proper expression of anger. What I see is a type of expression that just leads to more problems. You know, the only way to solve something is to deal with it head on. And a lot of black men are not taught to deal with problems straight up anymore. They're taught to deal with problems in roundabout ways. You know, if you want to say something about that person, you talk over there. You know what I'm saying? If this thing is your issue, you talk about that thing over there. You know, and that's not how we, you know, from the school I come from, we are just a bit more straight up. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna say I got a problem with you. If I got a problem with this, I'm gonna say I got a problem with this. I'm not gonna have a problem with this and talk about that over there. And most importantly, I'm gonna find a real solution for the problems, you know what I'm saying? Because again, the world I come from, as you see by the bullet holes and stuff, the world I come from, look, we gonna either get some get right or we gonna get some get right. And that's gonna be the thing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna vex my nerves. You know, you gonna get up off me and leave me alone, or we gonna get into a final showdown to determine who's gonna be the last person standing. And that's how we're gonna get peace. Because peace should be your ultimate goal in life, right? That's the thing you should be searching for. But let me hit my manners up right quick. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, do it now. If you've been to my channel several times and have not subscribed, come on, stop playing, bro. Stop playing, sister. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Don't be ashamed to support a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hit that button. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Because everything I'm telling you, you're going to be able to use. Just trust me on that. You're going to shoot me a few bones. Venmo at the Black Alpha. Cashapp at the Black Alpha. PayPal at realblackalpha@gmail.com. I'm going to leave it up there for a second while I get into the introduction of this here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you where is it? Right here. I'm going to show you a web page, right? On a man's site. It's a men's site, Fatherly. And it was talking about the one thing that all angry men have in common. And I thought it was interesting. Let me click over right now to it. It's talking about the one thing that all angry men have in common, right? And throughout the video, you can see how he's mentioning right here that today anger travels like a virus, transmitted from one individual to the masses with the tap of a touchscreen. He said that in the social media age has proven perversely liberating for angry men. What he mean by that is that the angry men can sit back online, they can say what they want to say, they can disrespect people, curse people out, insult people, go hard on people, flag channels that they don't like, report people's channels, try to get them taken down. They can do all of these things, and they have done all of these things already to me. All for the comfort and safety of a computer screen. And the man says, you see right here, he said, this behavior, he concludes, is nothing short of cowardly. We don't want to be this type of man, my brothers. You know? Now, let me tell you how to properly channel anger. Because I get mad. The difference is when something makes me mad, first of all, I analyze it. I analyze it and try to figure out what role did I play in this here, right? If any. You know, is there anything I could have done differently or can do differently that would make this situation go away or prevent it in the future? And after I analyze that, right? No, before I get there, first thing you do is deal with the current problem, right? You make it go away. Now, you basically got two ways to make a current problem go away. You solve it or you walk away from it. And that's it. That's it. And when the problem is dealing with other human beings, both human beings or all human beings involved have to be willing to solve the problem for it to solve. If just one party has no interest in solving the problem or reaching a solution or any type of peaceful end, it's not going to happen. At that moment, you are forced to either have to up the stakes to force them to leave you alone, or you walk, right? Say you walk and they won't let you walk. It's like trying to turn and walk away from a situation, somebody grab your arm. What do you do then? You punch the fuck out of them, right? You make them let you go, and then you go about your business. And you don't talk to them no more, you don't interact with them anymore, and that's how you solve that problem with another human being. Part of the problem that you brothers have is that y'all are under the false belief that you can change people. Y'all are under the false belief that you can make somebody be what you want them to be to your benefit. Because let's face it, that's what it's all about, your benefit. Y'all meet somebody that's one way, and what you believe is that you should be able to change them into being what you want them to be for you. Oftentimes, these are not the kinds of people you should even want around you according to what you say you want. They don't even fit that mold, which is probably why you're trying to change them. So, if you understand that you can't change another human being and you accept that, that will solve most of your problems in life as men. Most of you men have problems with women. You know, at least y'all take a lot of y'all problems out on women. I know y'all gonna get mad about that. But you heard what Dr. Ali said, you know what I'm saying? That you're an angry man, right, that hate women, and she's an angry woman that hate men, but both of y'all have been socially engineered by another group of people. This is the exact same thing that I've been saying on my channel since I started it. One of the reasons why I don't attack women, because I know the sisters are victims. I get accused of attacking men when I don't. Oh man, you just don't understand. You know, I understand all of it, brothers. I don't understand what your end goal is. I don't understand why sitting on a keyboard arguing about this stuff, you know, is your answer. I don't understand why you spend hours upon hours and spend your hard-earned dollars supporting these channels that do nothing but gossip and keep you in the sunken place. I don't understand these things, but I understand the problems that you deal with, because we all deal with them in this society. The only difference is how we go about solving these problems. For some of these problems, there is no solution. All you can do is avoid them. And that's the first thing you got to understand. We're talking about the serenity prayer here. You know, the ability to change the things you can. How I go? The courage to change the things you can. The patience or whatever to accept the things you can't change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the serenity prayer. You got to change the things you can, accept the things you can't change, and you need the wisdom to understand the difference. When you forced with a situation that you cannot control, you walk. As I said in the previous video, this is what the white boys studied when they started going through their issues with feminism hitting their hometown, hitting their community. They studied the black men from the 70s and 80s and 90s and said, how did those black men deal with that stuff? Well, it's simple. They walked. They didn't sit around and do what these brothers are doing today. These brothers are spanking these women, man. I mean, bro, the violence among us is so high right now, it's not funny. There are so many men deleting their girlfriends, so many girlfriends deleting their boyfriends. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's the point? I mean, you do that, nobody wins. One gone, the other one going away forever. Nobody wins. What's the point? Stop sitting here feeding yourself all of this anger and bitterness, because all it's going to do is trigger you. This is stochastic terrorism I'm talking about, stochastic violence. You cannot sit there and immerse yourself in hatred, hateful rhetoric all day and not act upon it sooner or later. Not to mention, it's bad for your spirit, it's bad for your soul, it's bad for your health, it's bad for your energy, it's bad for you, period. It's bad for your mental, your psychological, it's bad. Don't do it. Get away from these things. Move on. Realize what you can't change and just move on. This is what I've been saying, but y'all get mad at me for saying it. All I've been doing since I've been here is trying to provide y'all with a peaceful solution to your problems, and what I've been getting is pushback. But then dudes got the nerves to complain about my passion, because I can go ham sometime and go to cursing and shit. Y'all get mad, telling me I'm too aggressive and all that stuff. Man, y'all too soft. Because it takes real strength to deal with a problem. It takes real strength to accept what you can't change. That's strength. That's man. That's alpha. Betas and alphas accept what they can't change. They stand up to the things they can and make the changes, and they know the difference. They understand the difference. Sub-betas sit there and complain. They want everything given to them their way. They need everything handed to them their way. So when they don't, they're like a spoiled little kid that catches a tantrum on the ground, fold their arms up and pout, you know what I'm saying, cry, you know what I'm saying? That's not the ways of an alpha. Sitting around complaining, cursing people out online, getting mad, flagging channels, thumb down videos just because you don't like what I say. It's craziness, people. I never speak out my ass. I mean, not that I care if you thumb it down. I mean, by all means, do you. But I'm just saying, what am I saying that you disagree with? When I myself don't speak from opinion. Even right now, this conversation that I'm having, this is not opinion that I'm giving you. This is fact. There are things that you can change, and you should stand up and change it. There are things you're going to face that you have no control over, and you should understand that, be strong, and leave it alone. Accept it. And you should also learn to recognize the difference. That is not an opinion. That is fact. And that is the way of our Islam. That is how you find the ultimate peace in your life. By changing what you can, accepting what you can, and having the wisdom to know the difference. That is how you find peace. What you don't find peace in doing is sitting online, typing insults and curse words at people that you don't like what they say. What you don't do is taking your time out to flag somebody, taking your time out of your life to dox somebody. I mean, come on, man, who does that? Who takes the time out of their life to want to do research on a stranger? Why? Why do you care that much? Why do you care about what some chick say? This crazy chick that does all these silly colorism videos on TikTok got death threats from you dudes. Come on, people. You can't be that upset behind somebody else's mental dysfunctions. Because she's crazy. Colorism is not even a real thing, and I don't care what none of y'all say. I'm from New Orleans, where you got light-skinned girls, dark-skinned girls, and everything in between down there. And guess what? None of them do any better, any worse among men. None of them. And we got the same thing for the men. You got light-skinned men and very dark-skinned men and everything in between down there. And guess what? The darkest of the men do just as good as the lightest of the men when it comes to women. So this is a myth. I know it's a myth because I grew up in an environment where we have probably the most diversity out of most people in the country. You know what I'm saying? We see all shades, all head textures, all everything. We see it. And we know that these women don't do no better than nobody else. First of all, you got to understand when something is your norm, it's not special to you. When you're seeing all of this, it's not exotic to you. It's just people. So that's the first thing you got to understand. Exotic is always attractive. In some places, the exotic will be dark. In other places, the exotic will be light. Got nothing to do with colorism. But anyway, my point is, why give the girl death threats? Why threaten to beat the girl up and all this kind of stuff? Because her mental dysfunction. Come on, man. We got to be bigger than this, man. We got to seek out peace. Sitting online, doing what we do is not the answer. Find something to be productive in, man. And I know the way the world is right now, I mean, they got you boxed in. But how about turning that anger towards the system? Because that's really your enemy. Your real enemy. This is what Brother Ali said. Let me let you hear what Brother Ali said again, because I don't think y'all understand what the brother said. Let me let you hear this one more time. Listen to this.
They're ready to tear you apart, and you're going right along with it. You are an angry black man who hates women. You're an angry black woman who hates men, and both of you are socially engineered products of groups of people.
Both of you are socially engineered products of groups of people, another group of people. Basically, what he was trying to say, another group of people. And he's right. Your real enemy is your real enemy. That woman is a product of your enemy. Her dysfunction is a product of this system. Your dysfunction is a product of this system. So the sisters need to understand that your dysfunction is a product of the system also. Stop hating you for the way you move. And learn to understand. Not saying you need to go down with anybody's ship, but you should understand what's really going on. Then once again, understanding. Understand what you're really seeing. What's the problem that you can change? You can change the system. Believe it or not, that's the one thing you can change. We can change the system. We can. All we got to do is focus in the right areas, come together, and vote accordingly, since y'all like to vote. Either vote accordingly or demand our rights as indigenous people and pull away from the system. We can fight the system. That's a winnable battle. Why do you think they work so hard at brainwashing people? Because the only way that they can do what they do is if we voluntarily comply to them. It's the only way they can do what they do. They gotta first trick us here to get us to do what they want us to do. This is why their propaganda machine never stop churning out misinformation and disinformation. This is why. This is why they on their job 24/7. This is why. But while y'all sit around and want to give Trump credit simply because he wasn't with the rainbow agenda, you know what I'm saying, as if that make him your friend, that's not the answer. That dude is not our friend. He is not our friend. Seeing a certain issue the same as he said doesn't make him your friend. This is not an enemy of my enemy situation. They are both our enemies. Both sides of the social political spectrum are our enemies. This system, this matrix that we live in, this simulated reality that we live in is our enemy. So we don't focus on that, but instead we go to war with each other, and we are all products, as Brother Ali said. We are all socially engineered products of these people, and we are sitting here fussing with each other and arguing with each other. Exactly to no end, because there's no solution that's going to come out of that. None whatsoever. Each individual has to wake up and unplug himself from this matrix. Each individual has to choose to take the real red pill, not this fake thing the white boys do. The real red pill that deals with society and not women. The real red pill. Each of us has to decide to take this pill and wake up in the ugliness of the real world and face it for what it is and accept it for what it is and try to make changes accordingly. Each of us has to do that. And that battle is going to start with the men. It got to begin with us. And I get it. You want your better half on that journey. You don't feel like you could do it right unless you got your female with you. I understand all of that. But you got to understand, these women are not going to break away from the system because they have a little more stake in it. They gain a little bit more out of it. Actually, you gets nothing from it. And they gets like next to nothing. You know what I'm saying? You get 0%, they get 2%. And they're happy with that 2% because that 2% puts them above you. They're not going to break away from it. So this thing got to start from black men. We got to stop being angry because that's not our character. Black men don't walk around mad. We deal with shit. You know what I'm saying? We deal with shit straight up. If something is in our way, something's messing with us, something is causing us dismay, we deal with that shit. What we don't do is get angry. What we don't do is sit around angry and pouting and cursing people out online and, you know, trying to flag people's channels and trying to figure out what somebody live like. You're going to really run up on somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. I mean, at least I know y'all didn't run up on me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. Look, I'm a self-defense advocate. You ain't about to run up on me. I mean, you can puff yourself up online. I mean, but motherfucker ain't about to fuck with me. But I mean, that's not even the point. The point is why? I'm a stranger. I'm a brother online just trying to help you out. There's nothing I say that should make anybody angry. Really and truly, there's nothing I say that y'all should disagree with. Because everything I'm telling y'all from experience. I'm telling y'all from what I know to be true. It's on you to travel to the point of understanding where I am instead of trying to tell me I don't understand when I know what I'm seeing. Like all these brothers tell me about red pill and MGTOW and all this stuff. Oh, you don't understand. What you mean I don't understand? This stuff was created on the backs of brothers like me. How in the hell I don't understand? I've literally gone my own way for real. I've done in theory in practice what y'all talk about doing in theory. I date women based on their characters, not their skin colors. That's MGTOW, according to y'all, as far as women go. As far as women go, right? That's MGTOW. I date women according to their characters instead of their skin color. I don't give a fuck the bitch from Venus. If we can click, we can click. I'm not beholden to any type of idealistic restrictions. I've lived this life, man, before there was a MGTOW. I was doing this stuff. I've been doing this stuff like I'm doing it now since about 1989, 1988. What the hell you mean I don't understand? How you tell me I don't understand when I recognize when the ideology came out? I recognize immediately where they got it from because I understood the history behind it. And not to mention, I actually read what the white boys were saying before they actually called it MGTOW. I remember they had this racist website. I don't know if it was Stormfront or something like that. A real racist website. And I was lurking in the shadows on it one day, right? Because you just want to see what they're talking about sometimes. Get understanding where their mind was at. And that's when the white boys first started talking about the problems they were having with women, with white women. And this had to be about 2008, 2009. See the time frame? Had to be about 2008, somewhere around there. No, 2008 Obama won. So it was probably a little bit before Obama won. So it's probably about 2007. But it's around this time frame, right? And I remember them saying how they studied. This is where I get it from. This is where I get it from. I'm telling you, everything I'm telling y'all is true. I remember the white boys in the chat talking, saying that when we looked at what the black men did to circumvent feminism, they simply dated other women. But again, let me pull up this background again. Again, the problem is white boys don't have that option. That's the problem. They don't have the option. MGTOW for a black man equals more opportunity. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't let this crazy girl, I'm about to do a video talking about that soon. This chick talking about some dating app shows the interracial interactions that black men are the least chosen. That is crazy, man. My ugly ass have dated and slept with women from almost 26, 27 countries, bruh. Don't tell me we got the fewest options. I could walk up to an Asian chick or a white chick and talk to her just as easy as I could talk to a chick from the hood. Don't tell me we got the least amount of options. That's crazy. MGTOW for black men equals opportunities and options. MGTOW for a white boy means a life as an incel. That's it. Because he don't have nowhere he can go. There is nowhere he can go. I talked about this. That's the actual thumbnail from an early video. I talked about this already, man. Y'all ain't trying to hear me. Told y'all this is the realest channel y'all got on YouTube. When are y'all gonna catch up and recognize? When are y'all gonna catch up and recognize? This is the realest channel on YouTube. So solve your problems, brother. Stop being angry. Seek out peace. Think about what you're doing. Instead of casting like making a negative comment, how about just hold your tongue? Instead of typing something nasty, how about saying nothing? I mean, if you ain't feeling something, just move on. You meet a woman, you ain't feeling her, just move on. Smash and dash. I mean, don't deny yourself pleasure just because y'all ain't about to get married and have kids. That's another problem y'all have. Don't do that. Go ahead and have fun with her. But be honest with her and let her know, like I used to do, tell women straight up that you not my type. We not gonna click like that, but we can chill. We can have fun together. And I had good relationships with them women. But I never misled them into believing that it's gonna be something that it wasn't. I was always real honest with women, bro. Because I seek out peace. Al-Islam. That is my way of life. That is not my religion. That is how I live. I seek the ultimate peace in life. So I try to avoid every conflict that I can. But once a conflict comes to me, I will deal with it. Head up. You heard me? I will deal with it because that is what an alpha male does. Anger is not the answer. Action is the answer. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive notification when I drop more videos. You want to throw me a few bones, hit me at Venmo at the Black Alpha, excuse me. Venmo at the Black Alpha, Cash App at the Black Alpha, and PayPal at realblackalpha@gmail.com. On that note, I'm out of here. I'm Brother Kush, aka the Black Alpha, and this was Philosophical Friday. Salam.